Today we will cook traditional French beef stew, boeuf bourguignon. So tasty, long time cooking, but a lot of pleasure. Hi, I'm Chef Vivien, French chef. The very nice recipe that you will see today. So you basically need good meat from cow and from part with a lot of collagen. So usually this from the neck is really good. You also can use the cheek. First we need to fry the beef. You cut the beef in pieces of 50-70 grams and we heat up a nice old pan and we will fry pieces by pieces our meat. It's very important moment. Don't put all your meat in once. You need to fry them every side. So that is why you need to don't full the pan. Just no more than one layer and even a little bit less than one layer. You need space in order to don't boil the meat, but to fry it. Of course, it's also better if your meat is already at room temperature. So let's try. Voila. If you listen this noise, it's frying. So meanwhile, you can cut your aromatic garnish, which we call it mirepoix. 1 onion, 1 carrot. Mirepoix is cubes of 1 centimeter. When the meat is ready to turn, it doesn't stick. So you can put other side. Right, if it's still sticking, it's because it's not ready. This one ready. For the carrot, we also cut a base and cut some cubes of around 1 centimeter. When your meat is fried, you take off and you follow the process with more meat. This will reduce a lot after cooking, because basically this will cook as minimum 4-5 hours. It's a minimum. Let it cool down and tomorrow let's set one night and tomorrow reheat for about 2 hours more in a very low fire to make something very tender. All our meat is fried, so we remove it from the pan. Voila, nice color. And now we put our aromatic garnish. Aromatic garnish. Legs of champignon, mushrooms, voila, from this white champignon. And we fry this. Our veal stock, you can buy some veal stock in a powder. You can maybe find in your country. If you don't find, you take some bones of some cheap pieces of veal or beef, some carrots, some onion, some thyme, some bay leaves, garlic. You fry it strongly with color. You put water and you cook this for 6 hours and you will have a brown veal stock. In France, we use this stock for many brown sauces. It's our base. So we bring back our beef in the pan. Now, of course, to make boeuf bourguignon, it's a long time cooking. So for the same energy time, better to make big. It's better the day after, that we used to say in France. All this kind of ragout, because the meat will be more tender. So don't be afraid to make a lot. Maybe I am at the maximum of my pan. So now we will put some flour to fit the sauce. So now we add some flour. In France we say this, in kitchen we say this singé. So this is singé, and now we will toast it in the oven. I put oven in grill, strong grill, and we put it for a while, like 2 minutes, in order to give color to the flour. It will be more tasty. It will be more, it will release its starch another way. We call it dextrinisation in French. Okay, it's a little bit chemical process, but it's better to do this way. So of course we prepare thyme, bay leaves, pepper, corn, garlic.
A few minutes later.
You can see is toasting. You can see a little bit the fat which is cooking and the flour which is coming gold color. So our flour is toasted. We finally add the wine and we deglaze with the wine. Deglaze it's to add liquid and take out what is sticking on the pan. So a nice amount of red wine, for this quite a bottle. Voilà. So you can play with the volume of wine and the volume of veal stock. If you don't have any veal stock, you can use only wine and put it complete with a little bit of water. It's completely possible. Of course, it can be Burgundy wine by the name of the recipe, but you can use a strong red wine. You can use Corbière, you can use Madiran, you can use Saint-Mont, you can use some Bordeaux wine if you have, but usually I prefer Shiraz or Cabernet than Merlot, than Pinot, sorry, from Bourgogne. Bon, I put a little bit too much, but this will reduce, so, and we evaporate the alcohol. We don't want to reduce all the wine, it's just to evaporate alcohol. It smells so nice. At this moment, if it don't smell nice, it's because you did not get the good wine, I think. Okay, and now we add some garlic, which we open. Take off the green part if there is a little bit one, because this will give a bit aftertaste. Garlic, bay leaves, all our thyme, peppercorn. So at this moment, if you don't have veal stock, you add water till the end of your pan. So I will add veal stock, my veal stock. It's with a sticker because I sell it to my clients, because people do not find good veal stock, so they buy to me. A little bit of salt, I forget. A little bit, as all preparation that must be cooked for a long time, take care with the salt, because it will reduce a long time, so it will concentrate the salt. So we bring to boil. I unfortunately broke the lid of this fantastic pan, so we cover with the foil. And it goes to the oven, 150 degrees Celsius, so for 5 hours. We can prepare the garnish bourguignon. That is why the dish is called beef bourguignon. Garnish bourguignon consists of mushrooms, little onions special for sauce, and farmer bacon. By the way, this is not farmer bacon, it's homemade bacon. This, I will remove the skin, this way, cut in some pieces, and we will add it to give more collagen to the sauce, to make it more shiny and more tasty. The bacon, it's homemade, so it's quite salty. So we cut lardon. Lardon is the type of cutting, and lard is the bacon. This belly, salted belly. Because it's salty and tasty, we will blanch it half a minute in cold water. If your bacon is not salty and it's prepared for cooking, you skip this step. We have in France some half salted bacon that we can use directly. So we put in a pan, we cover with cold water, and we bring to boil. You can put maximum power, up, cover to go faster, and it's one process. Second process, need to clean our little onions. We call it grelot in French, special for this garnish bourguignon. We also use this onion for garnish of coq au vin, for the garnish of blanquette de veau, for the garnish of fricassée de volaille. This we can buy fresh like this. We'll find easily marinated in vinegar, and also you can find sometimes already peeled and frozen. But you can substitute by some little shallot. It will also do the job, and one shallot by person will do the job. And this we will glaze them. It's another French culinary technique that you will learn today. So I will also do the shallot to show you. When it is boiling, you put it in a cold water. I don't tell you the secret that if right now, you must have to do, after champignon, you want to do some pasta carbonara, of course you can use this water. So now we will fry our bacon, hot pan, little bit of oil, we fry. Start with hot fire and slow little bit down, slow down. It's not completely pink belly because it's no nitrate, of course, it's homemade, so it's only salt and pepper and herbs. Voilà. And now we slow down the fire. Now we will cut the mushrooms in order to saute them after in this pan. And we will cut them not like this, but like this, escalopé, with angle of 45 degrees. Why? Because in this case, we will have more surface that we will fry, so more taste. This way and this way. This is called escalopé. Usually in the French kitchen, if we need to serve something, some mushrooms, some champignons with a ragout with a dark color, we use this process. If we serve champignon mushrooms with a white or blonde color, we cut as usual. As usual, it's in four, it's like this. Huh? This is as usual, this is escalopé. So let's do other one. We'll not throw them away, but I heat up a little bit more to really fry them now in their own fat. I do not add salt, but I add some pepper extra. Really gourmand bacon, crispy. Keep them in another pan without their fat. So now we fry the mushrooms in this fat. Mushrooms, of course, will eat and drink the oil, the fat. So if you need to, you will need to add, you can add some butter, of course. So I add a little extra butter. So you need to give color. Huh? Now, do not fry 2 kilograms of mushrooms because they will not fry. They won't fry. They will boil. So you need to fry them. Pepper, the color that we want, golden. Nice golden, strong golden, very nice. Now we can put salt. We can try a bacon. So nice. Mushroom also okay. So I keep them here, near the bacon. Now we will see the technique of glazed vegetables. So we take our onions, put in a cold pan. We take our shallot, so the little part we can put whole, and those ones I will cut them into halves. Very nice. Up and put here. So now we have a volume. We have the bottom of the pan is filled. We quite cover with cold water. Voilà, till the height of the onions. We have some butter, some salt, some pepper, and some sugar. 3 big pinch of sugar. It depends of your onions. Some onions are sweeter, so you put less sugar. You need to know your products. And we heat up. Meanwhile, you start to heat. We take a baking paper, fold in two, take the center, and start to do this way. Okay, and now you take scissors and you measure the radius of your pan. So this way. So I need to cut here and make the chimney. So make a hole here. Voilà, the traditional thing I do in this moment is this. Hello. And this, we put it as a lid, but a lid which will let the steam evacuate little by little. That is called in French kitchen cartouche. It's boiling. We put the cartouche. This moment we can slow down the fire And this will cook gently, and it will be very soft, very tasty, because it will take all the taste of the butter. And finally, it will be no water, completely glazed with the sugar. This is a basic techniques that we learn in the school, in a French kitchen, to glaze all vegetables. In this case it's onion, but we do the same for turnip, we do the same for carrots, we can do the same for many roots vegetables, radish for instance, you can do fennel as well, many veggies, you can do the same.
20 minutes later.
After 20 minutes, quite all water disappear. So now this kind of syrup, do more fire, reduce it and glaze like this. This gesture we make cycles to put all the syrup around the onions and to glaze it, to make it shiny. And because it's ragout à brun, because it's color, it's strong color ragout, we must make it glacé à brun in a dark color. Glazing can be different color, can be white or can be brown. In this case we need it brown. Okay, it will be okay. We start with our garnish. Here is our garnish, bourguignon. So I will deglaze this sugar and this kind of caramel with a red wine, and we will make a kind of pre-cleaning. What is more important, take all the taste we stick in the pan, we reduce it, so you can put in the beef bourguignon as I said, or you can put it as a liquid here with your garnish, and when you will reheat up, instead of water, it will be already taste of beef bourguignon.
The next day.
Today is the next day. Yesterday I kept it for 5 hours in the oven. I switch off the oven, let it cool down inside the oven. When it was completely cool, I put it in the fridge for all night. And now I reheat in slow fire. It smells so nice. And it's time to finish the sauce. I also made some glazed carrots like onions. So we need to decanter. So decanter is to separate the solid from the liquid. So we take delicately our pieces of meat, which is very tender, I can show you. Voilà, it's really tender. So you put in another pan, delicately, all your pieces of meat. Alors, you can be lucky and get the sauce thick like it must be, but it's very rare. So that is why I show you this technique, because this depends on your stock, this depends on the time of reducing, this depends on how much of collagen inside your meat, it depends how much flour you put it, so there is so much factors to get the instant result for the good sauce. And in any case, we will finish the sauce with a secret, which is very interesting, that you will see now. So now we need to filter with a chinois, and we filter the sauce. Voilà, we gently press all the aromatic garnish, and we extract wonderful, strong, dark color. Voilà, we extract all the taste. I will show you first technique to fix the sauce. It's beurre manière. We have butter and flour, and we will make like a kind of little dough. We mix it 1 to 1, and it's a very old system to thicken your sauce at the last moment when it is not thick enough. Hop, so we mix. This works for all sauce, and it's called beurre manière. Butter manière, hand worked. So it's boiling, it's reducing. I take piece of my beurre manière. But you add it little by little, huh? It's very important. Now our sauce is thick. I show you, you have a wonderful sauce. And to make the sauce even more tasty, darker, we will add the secret ingredient, chocolate, dark chocolate, that we will cut, chopped quickly. So this is not traditional way, it's modern and star Michelin way to make all brown sauce darker, but it's also add a little taste. We don't want taste of chocolate strong, we just want a delicate somewhere taste of chocolate. So the process will be like a kind of ganache. We take chocolate, here is chocolate, and we add hot sauce, a little bit, and we mix like to make a ganache. Ganache is technique, pastry technique, with cream and chocolate. So now you see we have very, very yummy. And now we can add this a little bit more, but not a lot. Need to do it little by little, because if you add too much and quicker, too quick, can turn the sauce. At this moment, your garnish is reheating, or you start to reheat it. So sauce finish. So it's time to try the salt, the pepper. Fantastic. Look at the texture. Very nice texture. No bourguignon without some chopped parsley. So we can dress our bourguignon, the piece in the sauce. Usually 3 pieces of 150 grams. Mushrooms. We see some people who are putting the garnish inside the sauce and mix all. But I prefer to make it a little bit more nice. The bacon, the onion. You need to put all types of garnish in each plate, of course. Glazed carrots. I will add some more mushrooms. And now, sauce on top. Look at this. Shiny, very dark sauce. Very nice sauce. Some parsley, as I said. This is true bourguignon. Look how tender is the meat. Very tender. Classical for bourguignon. You don't need any knife. Just like this. Just with spoon you can take it. Insanely tasty. It's a long process, but I really encourage you to do it once in your life, because it's very tasty. All will work if you follow the process, and you will enjoy with your friends, your family, this generous plate French traditional dish. Don't forget to subscribe and put like if you like this recipe.